In this video, I am going to discuss about a basic idea about system development tools and techniques. To understand the business operations, a system analyst must know how to use variety of techniques such as modeling, prototyping, computer-aided systems engineering tools to plan the environment where input from users, managers, and IT staff contributes to the system design. So in the previous video, we have discussed about the role of system analyst in an information system design and analysis or to develop a information system. Now we can see here for analyst to understand the business, we need to know how to use various techniques such as how can we model, how can we prototype, how can we use computer aided systems engineering tools so that we can plan the environment so that we know what type of inputs are going to be fitted or fitted in the by the users, managers, and IT staff contributes to the system design. Like first one is that modeling. In modeling, we can see that modeling produces a graphical representation of a concept uh, or process that system developer can analyze, test, and modify. So using a modeling approach or using the modeling technique, we can represent the whole system in a graphical way so that the analyst can understand the concept behind the system and the developers can analyze it and test it and modify it. A system analyst can describe and simply an information system by using set of business, data, object, network, and process models. There might be different type of modeling. It might be a business model or a requirement model, and which describes the information that the system must provide. And there might be a data model which describes the data structure and design. There may be object model which describes the objects which combine the data and process. Here you can see this object model combines data and process, but data model only describes about the data structure and design. There exists network model which describes design and protocols and telecommunication links. Okay, so this network model only describes the design and protocols of telecommunication links or might be any communication link. Okay, a process model describes the logic that programmer use to write code modules. So this is also very important because while writing code we need to have this process model so that logic can be well understood by the programmer so that the programmer can write the code modules easily. So this is one type of technique that need to be learned by analyst, system analyst. And second one is prototyping. Prototyping is like we create a basic system or basic development or basic sample of the whole system. So prototyping tests system concepts and provides an opportunity to example input, output, and user interface before final decisions are made. Here you can see before making the final version or decision, we can create a prototype of the whole model. And prototype is an early working version of an information system. So this is a technique through which we can learn initial input and output and user interfaces or user behavior, and through which we can develop our final version. In the third part, in the third technique or tools can be used, that is computer aided system and engineering tools, or you can say case tools. Computer aided system engineering, also called computer aided software engineering, is a technique that uses powerful software called case tools. In case tools there might be lots of different type of software exist to help systems analyze, develop, and maintain information system. So these all techniques are actually helping the analyst. Okay, case tool provides an overall framework for system development and support a wide variety of design methodologies including structural analysis and object-oriented analysis. So you can see here this any case tool can provide this type of support, like it can provide design methodologies, it can include structure analysis, it can include object oriented analysis, and due to case tools, it becomes very easier to build an information system. They boost its productivity and improve the quality of the finished product. Okay, so these are methods like what, structure analysis. Structure analysis is a traditional Structured analysis is a traditional system development technique that is time tested. Okay, that is time tested and easy to understand. It actually deals with series of phases called system development cycle, and we'll go through these in later part of this course, because in that part, develop a system, there are various cycles. Okay, combining various cycles we can create a system. Like we can see here, it may be plan, it may be analyze, it may be design, implement, support. So these are the cycles of a system development. Okay, and we'll go through each one in the later part of the course. So an analyst need to have this type of approach to understand the business model. There is another analysis, that is object oriented analysis. So what is object oriented analysis? Object oriented analysis components data and process that act on the data into things called objects. System analysis use OO to model real world business processes and operation. The result is a set of software objects. Now here you can see the result is a set of software objects that represent actual people, things in transaction event using an OO programming language. A programmer then writes the code that creates the objects. So it's just helping the programmer to write the code using this analysis procedure. Okay. Again, a different type of technique, that is joint application development and rapid application development, or you can say in shortly Z or RAD. So these are also technique for the analyze, to design and develop the system, or to analyze the system. There are other development strategies also. Okay, like solution framework. Okay, so I'll provide these materials, and also actually for each one we'll go one by one. Like we'll obviously go through what is process models in later part of the course, what are data models, how we can design those things, what is prototyping, what are the computer aided system engineering tools available, and what are system development tools methods are there, like structured analysis, to know the different phases of system development cycle, and to know object oriented analysis. How can we design an object oriented diagram so that it can help the programmer to create a code of using OO programming language or object oriented programming language like C++. There might be others languages also. So these are actually tools, or we can say techniques, which is required for the analyst to plan in a team environment where input from users and managers and IT staff contributes to the system design. So using these tools or techniques, we can develop a good system. So to develop a system, we need to know these techniques. So this video is just the introduction of this technique. We'll go through this one by one in this course. Okay, that's it for today's video, and I will share this material, and if you have any doubt, please ask me.